City team?
With London City, you have number 21, Jagger Hassan, somebody who has great on the ball in terms of being calm, great passer. Number 8, Genti Divishi, brings a lot of leadership, also as well, great distributor of the ball. And then number 11, Kevin Zimmermann, of course, who's a great presence for the net and just a great go-to guy who puts the ball in the back of the net.
So both very strong forces from either side. Now with our starting lineup tonight, we have starting off Scott Mueller, Abdou Halbouni, Sergio Segenza, Stuart Wright, Jagger Hassan, David Ortega, Tom Beattie, Genti Dirishi, Esteban Franco, Kevin Zimmermann, and Mike Mercotia.
Yeah, I think it does. I think in terms of them with Toronto FC being away and London being their home city, I think it's gonna do a lot of good for our team here. Last year, especially too. The team won for the first time in a year, I believe, and it was against TFC, right? So I think we're going to have a good game here today for London City.
Excellent. Now we just had kickoff, and London FC has a...
Yeah, you're right. The game's pretty even right now.
Right. Now, London moving up with the ball, moving it around very nicely. Some nice footwork there. Moving up a little further, having some interference, and it is sent out by Toronto FC.
Yeah, throw in there. You saw some capability from Kevin Zimmermann. Native from Mexico, was a great player last year for FC London, and it's a big pickup for London City this year.
Yes, I know London City had a little trouble getting Kevin Zimmermann this year.
Yeah, I guess they had 3 attempts, I believe, to try to work his whole visa thing out, but they landed him now, and everything's history, and now they got who they wanted, right? So it's huge for the city.
Right, I'm very sure London FC is happy to have that striker. Right, and we noticed a little bit of rain there. We saw some slipping and falling. Nothing major though. Everybody's
like going back to that whole skating thing, right? Some guys, matters what their cleats are like and everything. It's going to be, the ground's hard, but it's wet at the same time, right? So making it a slippery surface.
Now, what type of cleats do they use on this? And he sends it wide across the field. Another nice head. Bounces off the crossbar. Another attempt made, and the goalie snags it.
Well done by Beattie, and well done by Zimmermann there to try to follow up.
And he's moving it deep upfield with a nice head there, moving it a little bit deeper. Again, London is having great control with the ball this evening. Very nice goal kick, sending it partway into the Toronto end by yourself.
You're exactly right there, Stuart. There isn't too many individuals in the world that can attack in a launch ball in, so as you've seen some of the Toronto FC players, they're attacking it, but not too successful, with London City doing really well winning the ball there.
Very nice defensive play. Great defensive play there, moving a little bit back in and back down in towards the Toronto zone.
You could see Kevin Zimmermann's his presence on the field. They're holding the guy off and then laying the ball back. Very strong on the ball.
And it's sent into the crowd, and the goal kick is sent off.
Another great goal kick by Abdou Halbouni, causing trouble, and
we are able to play the better game.
Well turned by Zimmermann.
London moving up with the ball, moving the ball around nicely. Little block. Now London coming off with a kick. Deep into the Toronto zone. Nice deflecting head there into the corner. London moving it around nicely and sending it back out into the center.
You can see across the field, they're opening up the game more and more, and Toronto's getting sloppy, as you see right here.
Very nice play, almost sent in. Turns the ball around.
Beattie doing well, winning the ball from the FC side. Nice knockdown there by Kevin Zimmermann.
That into.
Oh, yellow card is your first caution. 2 yellows equal a red, or you can get a straight red card if it's either dangerous conduct or and very hard to control the ball.
London sending it back into the Toronto zone, moving it around to the corner there. 2-on-1, and the ball is knocked out.
Once again, you see the strength of Kevin Zimmermann and his presence in terms of holding the ball up. Here he is on the ball with 2 Toronto FC players on him, and they can't contain him, and they have to foul him.
And obviously, Mr. Zimmermann is a big challenge to Toronto FC. London setting it deep in the center.
Great tackle by Genti Dervishi.
And it seems like London is turning up their game after that. And London is moving the ball around now, deeper into the Toronto zone.
Great turn and ball. Unlucky. Oh.
Toronto moving it around deep in their zone, sending it out. Nice head there, sending it into London zone. And London sending it right back and regaining possession.
Great knockdown there by Zimmermann. And doing well once again, holding the ball up.
And by the looks of it, Zimmermann's efforts in this game have really started to pay off.
Yes, they have. The only thing is I think Toronto's happy with where they're letting him get the ball. They're letting him get the ball on the wings where, knowing how Andrew Logie thinks and plays and coaches, I believe he'd probably want Zimmermann to have the ball more central. That way he can create more danger with a quick turn shot or laying a ball off for an oncoming player to take a shot. So right now Toronto's pretty happy, I believe, with him getting the ball where they're getting him, but he's still keeping good position in Toronto FC's final third of the field.
It appears now London.
Defensively, like I said, I think London's been good. Offensively, I think they need to really use Zimmermann up top more. Him getting the ball, he's got a lot of the ball, but it's been in not as dangerous positions as they would like him, getting him more into the middle of the field instead of the outside where he's been getting it so far. To get into Toronto's rhythm, I think they could tire.
Now, turning back to our star player, Kevin Zimmermann. Do you have any rating on his performance tonight?
I think his performance has been very good when he's had the ball. He hasn't lost too much possession. His control's been good. His distribution's been good. Like I said, though, I think London needs to have him getting the ball more in the center situations of the field, more or less, as he's been getting it on the wings right now. But rating-wise, he's been doing well as a front man.
Physical game tonight. They've been doing a lot of bumping and grinding.
Yes, there's definitely been some sparks there in the middle of the field with some hard tackles.
Ball changing possession into London field and into Toronto territory. And again, here we see those 2-on-1 plays seem to be overpowering London just a bit.
If the pressure can come from Toronto's, oh, well done.
Nice goal by London FC.
By Thomas Beattie, number 6 there, with a great flick on that. Just surprised everybody, including the Toronto FC goalie.
Intercepted by a Toronto player and back into London in possession.
Well done by Zimmermann, keeping possession.
High and wide across the field into London play. Nice stop by Toronto's goalie.
It was a great striker of a ball, great finisher who has both feet.
London zigzagging through Toronto's players right now, moving it across the zone. Toronto retakes possession.
As we said.
Again, an excellent job by London City.
Great turn there by Kevin Zimmermann. Thomas Beattie being a little Genti Buzali there. Kevin Zimmermann now coming off. For number 7. From London City, Anis Brook.
Kevin Zimmermann obviously having a great first game with London City.